H2Swope. This is our host for the week, Josh. If you don't know Josh, then go to the last video, check him out. You'll find out that me and him been close friends for a long time. He's probably going to be on the show quite a bit. Very knowledgeable guy. If your questions picked today, you're lucky. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Amanda from Keeby, Kentucky says, I don't have much money for gym memberships or workout machines. What can I do to get in shape? I'm going to go ahead and say calisthenics, body weight exercises is what I actually refer to them as, but a lot of people use the word calisthenics now. The road is free. Get out there and run on it. Tracks are free. You can go hiking. You can add a weighted backpack for, a little bit of resistance there. Just things like that. There's you actually live close to me. I mean, you're in Keeby, Kentucky there. I know for a fact that there are lots of trails that are free to go jogging, running, biking on. If you don't feel comfortable, get a friend to go with you. That way you guys can motivate each other. Somebody you know that need to get off their hind end, motivating them will help you stay motivated. So
that's true.
That'd be good. I'm gonna go ahead and let Josh tackle this.
All right, I appreciate it. Now, Amanda, I don't know anything about your specifics of your story here, but I'm sure that there's some factors going on with you on why you don't really want to go to the gym. Maybe you have little kids. Maybe you don't want to go to the gym because there's guys in there that are going to be watching you work out, or maybe you're just intimidated by it, or whatever reason. Maybe time's a factor.
They're looking at you. You don't just think they are.
Well, the guys tend to look at everybody in the gym, and they're not necessarily focused on one person. They just look at everybody.
We're always sizing people up.
Yeah,
it's a guy thing.
Yeah, it's a guy thing.
If you see somebody staring at you, it might be because they think you're pretty, but we just had a habit of sizing people up. That's a guy thing.
So when you're in the gym as a guy and you're doing your whatever workout is, maybe you're doing bench. That's one that bench and squats are one that guys tend to just totally focus on. If you're not in a exercise at the moment, they'll stop whatever they're doing, just kind of watch, because they're sizing up the person doing the exercise, and secretly they're saying they could do that better. I remember when I did that, and I don't want to do that anymore, or whatever. So sometimes it is uncomfortable for a woman who's in the gym and they're the only woman, especially if they're real attractive, and they're used to feeling the eyes on them, and then in the gym it seems to be amplified. So that's part of the reason why. I hope that helps a little bit. But my suggestion is, first, Amanda, you want to look at what your goals are. I mean, your question doesn't really explain what your goals are there. It just asks how you might get in shape. So I'm going to assume that maybe you're trying to improve your health and maybe just lose a few pounds or something. So my suggestion would be to look at where you are right now and have a goal. So write it down. It usually helps. It makes it a little bit more concrete. It's kind of like an agreement you make with yourself. Just write down your goal and put it away somewhere. Put it on the fridge or stick it in your favorite book or something like that. And then I want you to look at what you have available. What do you like to do? There's a lot that you can do without being in the gym. If you've got kids, you could look up some YouTube videos on exercises that you can do with your kids, small kids, even babies. There's things that you can do that are going to help you burn calories and build muscle. And remember, building muscle is kind of like increasing the flame in your furnace. You're going to burn more calories the more muscle you have. And just like on a campfire, you throw more fire on it, the more wood on the fire, and the flames get bigger, it burns faster. So it's the same kind of concept there. So my suggestion would be to look at it more as a lifestyle change, because I'm sure you've seen this, Charlie. People are people, when they're wanting to lose weight, they're usually looking at just doing a diet or something like that.
Yeah. All
They
the
get
time.
through the diet, they lose weight, but then they bounce right back
Yeah, they
to
quit.
where they were before. So making it a lifestyle change makes a huge difference, and doing something that you enjoy makes a big difference. So, you know, maybe getting a dog so you can walk the dog every day. They suggest that an adult exercises at least 3 times a week for 60 minutes. You can split that up into 30 minutes a day if you want, and some sort of vigorous exercise would be good. So where you get your heart rate up at a decent level. You don't want to start out too hard and wear yourself out or make yourself too sore, because you may not want to come back the next time. But build into it a little bit and make it a daily routine, or a 3 times a week routine. And I think you're going to find some success there, and it's going to be lasting success. Remember, you didn't get to where you are overnight, so you're not going to get back to where you used to be or where you want to be overnight either.
Exactly.
So.
I think that's actually pretty much covers that. I will say, though, Amanda, if the gym thing is an actual financial thing, I know for a fact there's a gym probably within 10-15 minutes of Kiwi area. There's a lot of gyms going up in this area. It's getting more popular. So the more gyms go up, the cheaper it gets. There's a gym right now that I know of. I'm not going to say their name because I'm not affiliated with any of it, but I know of a gym right now that's $10 a month. That's
pretty good.
That's a
That's
trip to McDonald's and a stop at Circle K to grab a soda pop, and you cut that one thing out of your month just once,
Right.
and
Pays
you had
for
enough
it.
money to pay for that. So if it's something you want and just
Yeah.
legitimately can't afford, then that would be something to look at.
Right.
They are cheaper. Just shop around. The second question comes from Adam. Adam is from Evansville, Indiana. Says, I have tried many different plans for months at a time and never really noticed any results. What type of diet or workout plan would you suggest? Okay. This one seems a little unbelievable as far as if you have went to the doctor, Adam, and you don't have a thyroid issue, you don't have like a insulin sensitivity issue, if there's a clean bill of health there, it sounds like to me that you may have a lack of an actual daily plan. It just seems totally impossible to me unless there's something there that you could do something for months at a time and not show anything. It could be poor nutrition, you're not actually counting it right. Could be lack of sleep. You might be doing everything right but not getting enough sleep for your body to recover. Could be poor training. You could be just going through the motions and not actually putting everything you have into it. And it also sounds like to me that you might have a commitment issue there. You're like, I've tried multiple plans for a couple months at a time. It's getting healthy is not about a couple months. It's like Josh just talked about earlier. It's a lifetime change if that's what your goal is. I would just finding something you enjoy. It sounds like you have an issue doing a strict plan and you're doing things you don't like to do. If you enjoy riding a bike, start biking. If you enjoy hiking, start hitting the trails. If you enjoy swimming, get a membership to local YMCA or something and go swim. You can swim in the winter too. You can find something you enjoy first if you're having problems staying motivated. Motivation is not something that lasts for anybody. It's about discipline. It's about building the habit of doing it and doing it even when you don't want to. Nobody's motivation lasts forever. Motivation comes and goes. There'll be weeks go by that I'm just doing it because that's what I do. It's a habit. I know I'm getting up at 5. I know I'm going to the gym. then I'll go through a month or two where, you know, like right now I'm all excited about it because I started this YouTube channel and I've got my motivation back.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just about a little tweak or a change, but I could go on forever about this, but I'll go ahead and let Josh take this question.
Well, you hit on something there. You know, success doesn't happen in the gym; it happens in the head.
Yep.
So it's a real mental thing. So, Adam, I'm not gonna beat you up as much as Charlie did here. There may be some other reasons. Maybe you hit a plateau or something. Maybe it has something to do with your body type. I don't know if you're an ectomorph or mesomorph or endomorph, but whatever it is, whatever your body type is, there's a certain way that you need to go about it to combat your predisposition for what your body is going to want to be. So if you're an ectomorph, you don't need to work out as high intensely as you have been probably. You need to do high weight, high calorie, high protein, and reasonable amount of fats. So we went over the macronutrients there a little bit. We get a little bit more specific about it, you know, what you have to have, but you know, it's going to be a little different for everybody. So if you're a endomorph, you're going to be a little bit opposite. You need to do a little bit more endurance training, a little bit less time on the couch. You're going to need to watch your calories a little bit better, and you're going to need to make sure that you make it a regular routine.
Yeah.
It always has to be a regular routine. It needs to be a lifestyle, but it needs to be something you like, as we talked about earlier. So I don't know what your personal story is, but it sounds like maybe things got a little stale for you in the gym, and you tried a few things, maybe some suggestions people had or something you read in a magazine. Remember what you read in the magazine, you know, especially like those real popular magazines with weightlifters and
Muscle.
yeah,
I guess we shouldn't say
I was
the
trying not
names,
to
but,
say the names,
you know,
but
they're all owned by the same company, most of the popular ones, so it don't
Right.
matter. You guys know who we're talking about.
But you know, remember that those plans are designed specifically for those individuals and to meet their personal needs and their body's needs. So they're going to meet their goals by following that plan, and that may not be right for your body type, your activity level, your time frame, and your personal interests. So you got to take all that into consideration. But usually if it's, I mean, let's just look at the typical hard gainer in the gym, right? So the hard gainer, regardless of your body type, you've been doing a workout for a while and it's really difficult for you to get past that plateau. Maybe you can't get past your bench. Maybe you're stuck at a certain weight and you can't get past it. You might need to do something that's a little bit extreme for a minute. And I'm not saying extreme as in something that you're going to get hurt at.
Yeah.
Keep safety in mind, but you need to change it up. If you've only been doing low rep, high weight, maybe you need to do high rep, low weight for a little bit.
Yeah, it's
And,
kind of like
build up
like
the
what Justin
tendons. and
was hitting
muscle
last
fibers.
week on the episode. Same
Right.
thing, you know, shock yourself.
Shock yourself a little bit, yeah. So, and you know, maybe it's a factor of your body system's not developed. I mean, with high endurance athletes, you're really looking at somebody who's trained their body systems to deliver high amounts of oxygen in a short amount of time, as well as nutrients to the muscles. So being able to train for a long period of time makes it easier for you to perform when you call on your body to do it. So just doing that routine, you may not feel like you're getting a lot of success, you may not feel like you're improving, but in the long run, by maintaining that, you're increasing the amount of oxygen that's delivered to your muscles, the amount of rest that you need to have may be decreasing that amount of rest. You may be able to call on your body when you want to and get more out of it by just maintaining. So don't be afraid to be in that plateau for a little while, but when you're ready to get out of it, try to do something different and maybe a little bit extreme for a moment, just to shock your system and get it back into where it's doing what you want it to do.
And quit, just by reading the question, I know you do this, quit expecting more You know, quit unrealistic goals. That's what you're setting.
Sure.
You're saying you've tried these multiple plans. Well, you've seen this plan in a magazine, on an infomercial, and seen these guys at, you know, 6-pack abs in 90 days or blasey blasey. Your expectations are probably too high. The fact that you're saying you haven't seen any results, that's impossible. I know that for a fact that if you're doing, you know, push-ups daily, bench press, or whatever that you may be involved, it's gotten easier for you. You know what that means? You got stronger.
You got better, yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
there's changes happening in your body. Just wait. Just wait it out. If you commit 6 months to a plan, you know, I'm not going to suggest a plan because I don't have to. Just pick one. If you stick to any plan, almost any plan that's out there available right now for 6 months, you're going to notice a difference. I promise.
I like how we play good cop, bad cop here. I'm not going to beat you up too much either. So, you know, it's kind of like Charlie said, you need to stick with it. But you want to make sure that it is a quality plan that you're following. So put a little bit of thought into it. Look at your body type. It's a good idea to take a week and just keep track of every calorie, every protein, every carb, every fat that you've had. So watch your macros and keep a journal of that, and then go back and look at it after the week's over. Try not to change it that first week because we have the tendency to do that when we're
knock out your empty calories first.
Right.
Water.
So look at that.
Just drink water.
Look at that, and then devise a plan that fits what your body type is and what your goals are. That's going to help you a lot. And don't be afraid to do something different that's totally outside of your realm of comfort. So maybe you've been working out in the gym. Maybe what you need to do is go try to train for one of these Tough Mudders or something like that for a little bit. Do something different for a while. Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it for this week. Amanda and Adam, if we didn't answer the specific question that you were trying to get to us, just shoot me a message or comment below, or email me, h2swole@gmail.com. Anybody else, same thing. You got questions, hit us in the comments below, or send us an email, and we'll be glad to answer those. Thank you guys for coming, and we will see you next week.
Thanks for having me on today, Charlie. I had a good time.
Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it.